The Lion and the Mouse, a fable of kindness and reciprocity. Aesop's timeless fable, The Lion and the Mouse, is one of the most well-known moral tales in human history, offering a profound lesson on the power of kindness, humility, and the unexpected ways in which our acts of goodwill can create lasting change. In a simple story where an unlikely friendship blossoms between a mighty lion and a tiny mouse, the fable teaches readers of all ages that no good deed, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Through a heartwarming narrative of a powerful lion and an insignificant mouse, Aesop offers a message that transcends generations, cultures, and ages. Setting the stage, a world of unlikely allies. It was a warm afternoon in the vast African savanna. The sun hung high in the sky, casting its golden rays across the open plains where wild animals roamed freely. The towering trees provided little shade against the intense midday heat, and the grasses swayed in the gentle breeze. A sense of calm had descended over the land, as most of the animals were resting during the hottest part of the day. Yet, in a clearing near a large acacia tree, one creature stood out: the mighty lion, the undisputed king of the savanna. This lion, a majestic beast with a golden mane that shone in the sunlight, was an embodiment of strength and grace. His eyes, fierce yet wise, scanned the surroundings as he lay in a peaceful state, taking a well-deserved rest. The lion, being the largest and most powerful of all creatures in the savanna, was used to being the center of attention. No animal dared challenge his dominance, and he had earned the title of king through his physical prowess and natural leadership. However, as the lion closed his eyes, he had no idea that the course of his day was about to take an unexpected turn. In the brush just beyond the clearing, a small mouse was scurrying about, looking for food. The mouse was no larger than a mere pebble compared to the giant lion, and at first glance it seemed insignificant, even almost invisible. Its fur was gray and soft, its tiny paws swift and delicate. The mouse had a simple goal: to find crumbs and seeds to nibble on and to avoid the larger predators of the savanna who would no doubt view it as an easy meal. As the mouse busily searched the ground, it accidentally wandered too close to where the lion was resting. Oblivious to the presence of the large creature, the mouse continued its search. The lion, however, was stirred from his nap by the tiny rustle of the mouse's movements. With a powerful swish of his tail, the lion suddenly sprang to his feet, his massive paws making the ground tremble beneath him. His sharp claws extended as he turned to face the tiny intruder. The mouse, realizing it had made a mistake, froze in fear. Its heart raced as the lion's towering form loomed above it, casting a shadow that seemed to stretch for miles. The lion's roar echoed in the clearing, a deep, rumbling sound that reverberated through the air. The mouse knew it had little chance of escaping the lion's grasp. In the face of such overwhelming power, there was no hope. Yet something remarkable happened next. Instead of pouncing on the mouse and ending its life with a swift swipe, the lion paused. There was a flicker of curiosity in his eyes, and for a brief moment, he saw the mouse not as a potential meal, but as a tiny creature caught in a dangerous situation. The lion's instincts for kindness, though often overshadowed by his mighty strength, began to emerge. "Please, mighty lion," the mouse squeaked, its voice trembling. "I beg of you, spare my life. I know I am small and insignificant, but one day I may be able to help you in return." The lion's great golden eyes looked down upon the mouse, still unsure of what to make of its words. After all, how could a creature so small possibly ever repay him? Yet, there was something in the mouse's voice, an earnestness, a sincerity that reached deep into the lion's heart. For reasons the lion couldn't fully explain, he found himself softening. With a deep sigh, the lion withdrew his sharp claws and, to the mouse's astonishment, he spoke. "I will spare you this time, little one," the lion said. "But know this, you owe me nothing. I do this because I can, not because I need anything in return." With those words, the lion stepped aside, allowing the mouse to scurry away unharmed. The mouse, in turn, was overcome with gratitude, bowing deeply before the mighty lion before darting into the tall grasses. The mouse knew, though, that the lion's kindness would not be forgotten, and it promised to repay the favor should the opportunity ever arise. The lion's predicament, a lesson in humility. Several weeks passed. The sun rose and set over the savannah, and the cycle of life continued as it always had. The lion remained a king among animals, ruling with strength and confidence. Yet one fateful day, even the lion was faced with a predicament that no amount of strength could solve. It was an ordinary afternoon, and the lion had ventured out to patrol his domain. As he moved through the dense underbrush, he unknowingly stepped into a trap laid by the hunters who had recently entered the region. The snare caught around his leg, and the lion roared in pain and frustration as he tried to break free. His massive body thrashed violently, but the more he struggled, the more entangled he became. The lion's strength was not enough to free him from the trap. His powerful limbs were rendered useless as the ropes tightened around him, restricting his movement. Fear gripped the lion's heart for the first time in his life. His mind raced as he realized he was completely at the mercy of the hunters, who would soon return to claim their prize. Hours passed, and the lion's hope began to fade. But then, through the bushes, the mouse appeared, drawn by the sound of the lion's roars. The mouse had been searching for food nearby when it heard the familiar voice of the lion in distress. Despite the danger, the mouse didn't hesitate. It remembered the lion's kindness, and now it was time to return the favor. Without a moment's hesitation, the mouse scampered over to the lion, who could barely lift his head to see his tiny rescuer. "Hold on, mighty lion," the mouse said. "I am here to help you." The lion looked at the mouse in disbelief. "How can you help me, little one?" he asked. "I am trapped by these ropes. No creature can free me." But the mouse, ever determined, set to work. With its sharp teeth, it began to gnaw at the ropes that bound the lion's legs. Slowly but steadily, the mouse worked through the thick cords, its tiny teeth making quick work of the ropes. The lion's hope soared as the ropes loosened and, with a final bite, the mouse freed the lion from his trap. The lion stood up, stretching his legs and testing his newfound freedom. He was astonished by the mouse's bravery and resourcefulness. In that moment, the lion realized that the mouse, whom he had once underestimated, was his savior. "You were right, little one," the lion said with a deep rumble of gratitude. "I was wrong to doubt your promise. You have repaid my kindness many times over, a friendship forged in gratitude." From that day on, the lion and the mouse shared a unique bond, one forged through mutual respect and kindness. The lion, with all his strength and power, learned a valuable lesson in humility, realizing that even the smallest creatures could possess great worth. And the mouse, though tiny and seemingly insignificant, learned that even the most unlikely acts of kindness could lead to a deep and lasting friendship. The two became inseparable companions, and the other animals of the savannah marveled at the bond between the lion and the mouse. It was a lesson to them all. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Even the greatest among us have something to learn from the smallest of creatures, and those who are humble enough to accept help can find friendship in the most unexpected places. The morals of the story: a world of kindness and reciprocity. The story of the lion and the mouse carries with it powerful moral lessons that are just as relevant today as they were when Aesop first told them. The core themes of the fable include kindness, humility, reciprocity, and the power of helping others, even when we do not expect anything in return. At the heart of the fable lies the message that no act of kindness is too small to make a difference. The lion's initial decision to spare the mouse's life, despite its seeming insignificance, sets the stage for the mouse's later rescue. The mouse's act of helping the lion is an embodiment of the idea that even the smallest creatures can have a significant impact. The fable also emphasizes the importance of humility. Despite his immense power, the lion is able to acknowledge the worth of the mouse, accepting help without pride or arrogance. This teaches readers that true strength lies not in dominating others, but in recognizing when we need assistance and being willing to accept it graciously.